Hi students, today our class is regarding adjacency list. Okay. Adjacency list is the one of the representation of the graphs. Okay, we can represent the graph using the adjacencies list. Okay, in our previous class we have seen how to represent the graph using adjacency matrix. Okay, in that adjacency matrix we have created a matrix of vertices, and wherever the vertex we will match with the edge. Okay, then we are creating a required the edge as the 0 to 1 or 0. Okay, say for example, if a graph has 3 vertices, it will represent the 3 rows and 3 columns. Okay, square matrix is created with the 3 rows and 3 columns. Okay, say if the one edge has a one vertex has a edge to the 2. Okay, then we'll represent 1 to 2 as the 1, and at the same time 2 to 1 as also the 1, because if it is the undirected graph like this. Okay, okay, one vertex, two vertex and three vertex. Okay, if it is like this, 1 to 2 we have a edge, so we can put it as a 1. At the same time 2 to 1 is also, will make it as the 1. Okay, so and again we have a 1 vertex has the edge to the 3, so 1 to 3 is also 1, and 2 vertex also has the edge to the 3, so 2 to 3 is also 1, and 3 vertex has the edge to the 1, so 3 to 1, and 3 vertex has the edge to the 2 vertex, so 3 to 2 as also the 1. So remaining all will make it into the 0. Okay, this is for the undirected graph. Okay, say for example, if this is graph, if this graph is represented as a directed graph. Okay, 1 2 3. Okay, if the same graph is represented as directed graph. Okay, now we can write the adjacency matrix like this. Okay, 1 2 3 are the vertices. Again write the columns as also 1 2 3 is a square matrix. Okay, so one vertex has the edge to only 2, so 1 2 2 is the 1, and 2 vertex has the edge to the 3, so 2 to 3 is the 1, and 3 vertex has the edge to the 1, so 3 to 1 is the 1. So here we have 3 edges, so make the remaining all as the zeros. So this is for the directed graphs. Okay, these two directed and undirected graphs are okay non-weighted graphs, so we are making the values as the 0 or 1. Say if the graph is a weighted graph. Okay, weighted graphs are generally used for the distances representation. Okay, so if the graph is direct weighted graph, okay, then we can draw the graph like this. Okay, 1 2 3 are the vertices. Okay, so and we also write the edge values. Okay, so 5 3 4. So 1 to 2 edge weight is the 5, and 2 to 3 edge weight is the 3, and 3 to 1 edge weight is the 4. Now we can write the adjacency matrix like this. Okay, so 1 2 3 is the vertices. Okay, so 1 to 2 we have a edge, so at the place of 1 to 2 we will write the weight of the edge is the 5. This is the undirected graph, so write for the 2 to 1 is also the 5. And for the 2 to 3 we have a edge, so 2 to 3 we have a edge with the weight 3, so write the 3 as the weight, and at the same time 3 to 2 is also 3. Okay, and 3 vertex has the edge to the 2 and 1, 3 to 1 is the 4, and 1 to 3 is also 4. So remaining I will mention as the infinity. Okay, we cannot write any value, I will mention them as the infinity value. Okay, so like this we can write for the uh, okay, undirected graph, directed graph, and for the weighted graph. Like this we can write for the 3 graphs as adjacency matrices. Okay, this is already covered in our previous class, and we have given a one small assignment also. Okay, So this is for the adjacency matrices. In the like same way, we will write for the adjacency list. Okay, we'll see how to create the adjacency list and how to mention the graph in the form of a adjacency list. Okay, first we'll take a one sample graph. Okay, so I'll take a simple graph as the three vertices graph 1, 2, and 3. Three vertices graph. Okay, adjacency list is nothing but the name itself. It says that the adjacency values are created as the linked list. Okay, so for this, first we will create the three vertices as the three nodes. Okay, so for each vertex we have a list, one linked list. Okay, so for this adjacency list we need to create the array of linked lists. Okay, this is for the first vertex, this is for the second vertex, okay, this is for the third vertex. Okay, we'll create a one array of linked list. Okay, so one vertex has the one linked list, two vertex has the one linked list, and three vertex has the one linked list. Okay, so now we'll check the adjacents of the vertex. So one vertex has two adjacents, 3 and 2. Okay, so that we will add the two nodes to this graph, this list. Okay, one has adjacent to the 2 and one is the also adjacent to the 3. So we'll create the two nodes 2 and 3. Okay, now we'll create the nodes to the 2 vertex. 2 vertex has the adjacents to the 3 and 1. So create the two nodes. Okay, so one node is for 2 to 3 and 2 to 1. Okay, 1. So like this we'll create the linked list. So for the 3 vertex has the two nodes as the adjacents 1 and 2. So create the two nodes 1 and 2. Okay. So like this we can represent the adjacency list. Okay, adjacency list is nothing but this is the adjacent list of nodes. Okay, so first we need to create a one array of vertices. Okay, vertices, each element of the array is a one linked list. Okay, each element of the array is a one linked list. Okay, this linked list stores the adjacent nodes, adjacent nodes of the that particular vertex. Okay, so like this we can create the number of nodes, number of adjacency lists, and we can store the values. Okay, here we don't have any wastage of memory space. Okay, because we'll create only the nodes which has the adjacents. Okay, remaining we need not to create, but in the adjacency matrix we need to mention the non-adjacent values as the zeros. Okay, there we may get the wastage of memory space. In the adjacency list we didn't have any wastage of memory space. Okay, so for this this is the same for directed and undirected and weighted graph. Okay, so in the weighted graphs we need to create in a different way. Okay, because we need to store the vertex number plus at the same time weight of the edge. Okay, both we need to store in the adjacency list. Okay, say for example if we have a graph like this. Okay, a normal graph 1 2 3. Okay, with the weights as 5 4 and 3. So these are the weights for the vertices. Now we can create a adjacency list like this. Okay, one vertex, two vertex, and three vertex. Okay, for the one vertex, okay, we have the two nodes. Okay, in each and every node we will store the edge vertex number and also the weight of the edge. Okay, so one is the edges, one has the two adjacents 2 and 3. 2 vertex has the edge weight is 5. Okay, next create another node. Okay, so another node is 3. 3 vertex is the adjacent to the 1 and with the edge weight is 3. Okay, null. So here we are specifying the vertex number and also the edge weight. And 2 vertex has the two adjacents Okay, two adjacents. Two vertices adjacent to the three vertex with the edge weight is 4, and two vertex has the adjacent to the one vertex edge weight is 5, null. Next, for the three vertex also has the two adjacent nodes. Okay. Three vertex is the adjacent to the 1 with the 3 weight, 3 vertex, 3 is the edge weight. Okay. And 3 vertex is also the adjacent to the 2 vertex, edge weight is 4 and null. Okay. So if you are confused with these numbers and edge weights, we can also represent the vertices as the ABCD also, like this: A vertex, B vertex and C vertex. Okay, like this also we can represent. Okay, this is the adjacency list representation to specify the adjacents of the each and every vertex. Okay, this is for the undirected graph. The same is for the directed graph is also. That is, we'll mention the only less number of vertices in the adjacency list. Okay, this is for the adjacency list for weighted graph. Okay, so in the weighted graph, we need to create the node as with the two values. Okay, one is the vertex number and another one is the edge weight. Okay, so next we will go for the elementary operations of the graph. Okay, this is the adjacency list and adjacency matrices. These are the two representations of the graph. Okay, next, elementary operations of the graph. Operations on the graph. Okay, so generally we have 6 operations in the graphs. Okay, the first operation is add vertex. Add the vertex to the graph. Okay, second operation is delete vertex. Delete the vertex from the graph. Okay, third operation is add edge. Add edge to the graph. And fourth operation is delete edge. Edge from the graph. And fifth operation is find the vertex. Find vertex in graph. And sixth operation is traverse the graph. Traversing of the graph. Okay, these are the 6 operations we have for the graph operations. These are the 6 elementary operations of the graph. Okay, now we'll see one by one operation. Okay, how to add a vertex and how to delete a vertex, add the edge, delete the edge, and find the vertex traverse. Okay, except the traverse, we will see the remaining all. Okay, because traverse is another separate topic. Okay, we have the some algorithms in the traversal. Okay, those we'll discuss later. First, we'll see the remaining 5 operations. Okay, first we will see the adding of vertex. Okay, adding of a vertex in the graph is we will add one new node in the graph. Okay, add vertex. Okay, so for this, say for example, I have a graph like this 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so in this graph, I'm adding another vertex, say for example 4. Okay, is a new vertex added into the graph. Okay, whenever you added a vertex in the graph, okay, within the adjacency list, we will create a new row in the adjacency list. Already we have 3 rows and 3 columns. Okay, in the same matrix, we'll create a one more row, so that we can call this is a added a new vertex. But in the this fourth column and fourth row, will add initially all zeros. Okay, because initially it is not connected, so we'll add all the zeros. This is the adding of vertex. Okay, so next, adding of the edge. Okay, the same graph we have 1, 2, 3 and 4 is already has the vertex. Okay, now I'm adding a edge.